West.
She is a heroine to some. As a fighter for black rights, she is a villain to others who believe she hides her crimes behind revolutionary rhetoric. Her name is Assata Shakur. In the United States, she is known by the police and FBI as Joanne Chesimard, one of the nation's most wanted fugitives. Wanted for what police describe as the cold-blooded execution of a New Jersey state trooper back in the 70s. She denies it and says of the state cops,
they want to just kill me. They want to see me dead.
Chesimard, or Assata Shakur, insisted she had killed no one and was railroaded by an all-white jury and by what she called racist New Jersey state troopers.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel here. It's Lavender here, comrades. Today I'm doing another true crime case. Today I'm doing the true crime case, the real Shakur story. She's not guilty, framed by the fascism U.S. government and railroaded by a racist, biased jury. Disclaimer, if I say any of the names wrong in this YouTube video, I really apologize. I have a really hard time with names. And yeah, so let's get started into this video. So this is her story, okay? This is the real story. She and her comrades were targeted and very often framed and incarcerated under false pretenses just because of what they believed in. Due to her anti-capitalism, black revolutionary history and fighting against the injustice and the racism in the United States, she was falsely convicted of having killed a police officer on May 2nd, 1973. While driving on the New Jersey Turnpike, she and two other comrades, Assata Shakur and Assata Shakur, were stopped by state troopers in the area, allegedly for having a broken or faulty tail light. A shootout ensued where one state trooper was killed. Zaid and another trooper, Warren Foster, ended up dead. She was charged with both of their murders, despite the fact that the other trooper, James Harper, admitted he had killed Zaid. She had been following all the police instructions that were given to her, standing with her hands in the air, her feet apart, when she was shot by the trooper Harper more than once for no reason but to make it look like the police were the real victims when they weren't. The bloodthirsty state trooper lied and said he had seen her reach for a gun, which is a complete lie, a claim he later recanted, which proves it's a lie. He also claimed she had been in a firing position, which she had not been in a firing position, something a surgeon who examined her body said it was atomically impossible. Like, she couldn't have been doing that. The gun tests that were done by the police found that she had not fired any gun or weapon. There was no gunpowder on her hands, and no physical or medical evidence whatsoever was presented as evidence by the state prosecution in the courtroom to back up their claim that she had fired a gun at the state trooper Harper to kill him. The U.S. government attempted to put other crimes on her case as well because she was an anti-capitalist, and the United States government hates people who are against capitalism, alleging she had carried out bank robberies and other things in the area, which were not true. She was put on trial in a county where, because of racial biases in the area towards people like her, black people, black revolutionaries in particular, 70% of the people in the area thought she was guilty. And she was judged by an all-white jury who railroaded her because she was a black woman who was into anti-capitalism. The prosecution made up false narratives and pretexts and stuff about her, and because the jury didn't like black people and black revolutionaries to be specific, and people who are against capitalism, and people who are into anti-capitalism and anti-Americanism in particular, she was later found guilty of the trooper's murder. Being an accomplice to murder carries an equivalent life sentence under New Jersey law. She later allegedly whispered that the jury was racist and they railroaded her, and they knew that she wasn't guilty and had her hands up, but convicted her because she was a black woman. She would spend the 1970s in different prisons around the United States before her escape in 1979. She would later end up fleeing to Cuba and being found there for political asylum in 1984. On May 2nd, the Federal Bureau of Investigation, aka the FBI, suddenly announced that it had placed her on its most wanted terrorist list, making her the first woman to be designed that. The state of New Jersey also raised the bounty on her head to bring her back to the United States for $2 million. These government actions came to on the 40th anniversary of the shootout in which the police alleged that she had killed the police officer. To this day, she has remained in Cuba, with the FBI classifying her as a domestic terrorist since May 2nd, 2005, and placing her on the top most wanted terrorist list on May 2nd, 2013, with a $1 million reward, making her the first ever woman to be listed. On the same day, the New Jersey Attorney General offered to match the FBI reward, increasing the total reward for her capture to $2 million again. At the end of the day, she got the last laugh. The United States government just wants to lock people up, just like the Nazi fascist regime did, for different opinions and stuff. The United States is a fascist regime. There is no justice in the United States, despite what they want to tell you.